Well, g'day, it's Ace here, and it's so nice for you to join me. It's so nice to be back. I have been doing so many photography things. It's been really wonderful, and I wanted to share that with you. I've just recently been on a trip. You can tell I was just on a plane. Anyone that's been following my Instagram would have seen a story of me being on a flight and some pictures of down in Melbourne, because that's where I went, down to Melbourne. I was invited by my friend Shutter Slaps. Here's his Insta here somewhere maybe, and his YouTube. Go and follow it. Go and do yourself a favor. He's a great photographer, and he's just a fantastic dude as well. I love him like a brother. So he invited me down, and I went. I got to stay with him, and he was the most magnificent host. There were some goals that I wanted to get out of this weekend, that we both wanted to get out. I mean, first of all was photography. Actually, that was pretty much the main goal, photography. And when we just wanted to explore all that we had. So let's talk about the cameras that I took, because I took a fairly, not really a big range of cameras, but I took enough for things to be different. So I brought my little X-Pro1, and anyone that knows me knows I love this camera, especially with this 27mm. This has gotten me used to zone focusing. And it's gotten used to me shooting more than any other camera, actually. It's gotten me used to shooting pretty much in full manual mode. This has been a miracle for me. It's you either love or hate this camera, and I happen to love it. And the net cost to me for this camera was about $300. I kid you not. I mean, it cost more than that, but you know, I shuffled some things around, and the net cost to me was $300. So that was fairly amazing. But I took the X-Pro1, which is a remarkably capable camera. If you want a camera without distractions, but you also want control, this is the camera for you. And with this 27, which crops to about 35-ish, I think it's the perfect little travel camera. Doesn't exactly fit in the pockets, but it's highly capable. And the images I get out of here are just, there's something else. So I've absolutely fallen in love with this camera, and if it ever dares die, I'll probably get another one. So X-Pro1, and any digital photos you see throughout this, it'll be taken on this pretty much. There might be some mobile phone photos of Saratoga and myself. The next camera I took was the SQ6, the Fujifilm SQ6. I love the manual controls on this. It's a very, very, very capable camera. And I had a stack of square film that I wanted to use, and I used it. I used it well and good. And the only thing is, most of the photos I took on here I gave away, but I gave them away to really cool people, so that's quite alright. The last camera I took was this camera, this big boy, this big girl, whatever you want to call her, which is the Lomography Instant Wide. It's a big chunky boy. Big fat boy. And I used most of these with landscape photos. This is a big boy, big chunker. But I love that, and I mostly love the photos I got out of that. So so the cameras were packed. Oh, I also took, and you'll see the video footage soon, my Frankenstein video camera, the digital film camera, whatever you want to call it. And I enjoyed using that till the battery ran flat. And it was too big to take around town, but when we were country driving, it was quite fun to use. So I arrived on the Thursday after I finally got there. There were storms at Brisbane Airport, which delayed everything by about 2 hours. So I was stuck in the airport bar, then I was stuck on the tarmac. But when we took off in the flight, the colours are beautiful. And I'm kicking myself I didn't take photos out the window, but I know it's very cliche, very... I know it's very, the guy that took the photo out the window. I've got his book like right in front of me, but I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter. The weird one from the south. William Eggleston. I was just trying to find his book. You know, the picture of the cocktail glass. But they don't really serve cocktails on planes anymore. They just serve overpriced beer and wine. That's beside the point. You'll see the flight footage. It was so lovely, just the flying, just the out the window. So I arrived in Melbourne, and we hit town straight away. We hit the CBD. We wanted to go to a pizza place that was recommended. Saratoga had already been there with Anthony from Anthony's Expired Films. A big shout out to him. Sal's Pizza. And we did. We got there just as it was closing, and the place was packed. There was a concert at Federation Square in Melbourne, some funk concert. So the place was full of these like huge, cool African American dudes. They were cooler than cool. So we got chatting to them and took some photographs using the SQ6, and just had a wonderful time. Like, it was just so serendipitous how cool and how inviting they were, and allowing us to take their photos. I recently posted one of the photos on my Instagram, and the title was, if you understand this photo, it was one of the guys doing a hand signal. If you understand that photo, you understand the whole reason for that account. It's just like instant strangers, instant moments and people, and instant serendipity. So that was one of the best starts, just getting out to the street straight up and just capturing bangers and meeting really, really cool, interesting people. One of the guys we met actually used to sell cameras from Japan. He'd import them in, and he saw Saratogas, and so it was just so great having a candid audience. Having a learned audience as well. We really, really enjoyed that. So that was the first night. The first full day, the weather was so beautiful. It was so lovely. The sky was blue. It was a little bit cool. This is a funny thing. I forgot to pack a pair of jeans, which is like a big no-no going to Melbourne, because it's typically a million degrees colder than it is in Queensland. So I just had a pair of shorts, and I had a singlet and I had a jacket as well. And thankfully, I'm tough as nails, so it didn't really worry me. And I ended up buying a pair of jeans later. I hate spending money on necessities, but it was so funny just getting on the airplane and realizing, I've forgotten a pair of jeans. And there was nothing I can do about it. So thankfully it wasn't too cold. So the first full day we hit the Great Ocean Road, and you'll probably see some footage rolling through now, taken on the Frankenstein video camera. The weather was perfect. It was so lovely. I mean, I love the Queensland coast, the coast in southeast Queensland. The beaches are second to none. You cannot beat Queensland beaches. And the coastline through the Great Ocean Road was spectacular. The beautiful azure water, the waves peeling around every headland, the road that wraps around the headlands. I mean, it just goes for miles and miles, and dotted with these little towns like Lorne and the lighthouse where the Round the Twist was shot. Any kids from Australia in the 90s would know exactly what I'm talking about. The Round the Twist went roundabout. Lorne, and we got as far as Apollo Bay because we needed to get back as well. we met this girl from Brazil in Lorne who let us have a look around the cinema, and she was just so obliging and generous, letting us explore the cinema. None of the shots worked out, but it was still it was still great to do that, and she was a real sweetheart. So it was all good. The day was fantastic until we got to the California redwoods in the Otways, where the fuel light came on, and we had it was a real white, and we had no phone reception either, so we couldn't really tell how close or far we were from anything. So that we decided to go back to Apollo Bay and fill up. I mean, we made it with kilometers to spare on the tank. So that was a great travel story. It wasn't a bad adventure. It's a great travel story. And we went back through country Victoria, and it's just so lovely. It was the perfect first day. We drank too much coffee. We had heaps of snacks, like chocolate covered nuts, and had a meat pie, and ate all the stuff we should. Wasabi peas, just fun little travel things that you do when it's just a guy's trip. So we had a really, really lovely time. Great music. I'm still smiling because it was such an epic time, such an epic trip, and such a lot of fun. We were exhausted when we got back. That was the Friday. We spent the whole day out, and we knew we had a big day the next day. The next day we were heading to Melbourne, the CBD. So on Saturday I woke up feeling a bit funny, and it's not because I was drinking or anything. I just must have slept funny, and I felt so unwell. And I drove the porcelain bus, and it really was very, very unpleasant. But still powered through. It was pouring rain. It was really miserable. But as I found out, the 4 seasons in one day thing in Melbourne, that's a thing. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Going from cold to hot to rainy to sunny. In the space of minutes. It was weird. It was really, really weird. My brain couldn't work it out. My brain was amazing. My brain. My nose always gets clogged when I'm recording this video, so I apologise if I sound nasally. Melbourne turned it on when it wasn't raining, which happened a few times. We did over 35,000 steps. We pounded the pavement so hard. But we fell in love with it. I fell in love with the place. Not as much as Queensland. Queensland still has my heart. But I can see why people love Melbourne. The laneways. And I actually didn't get really any video because we were just walking non-stop, pounding the pavement hard. We met some amazing photographers, and I'd like to tell you about some of them. So one of the guys we met was Benjamin. He's a guy with a Leica, and he was just, most of the photographers we met were great photographers, and they were nice people. They were just welcoming people, and happy to have a chat, happy to show us their cameras, happy to take a photo, or happy to have their photo taken, and share local insights. Not that Saratoga needed it. He's a fairly well-versed local, but really, really nice. We met Benjamin. He had this cool M6. And Ben, if you're watching this, thank you. It was great meeting you. I met another guy called Juan. He also had an X-Pro1, but he had a flash on it, and I've never found a flash that worked, so it was good. He was actually on his anniversary with his missus, and I don't think she was too impressed that he was happy to have a chat on their wedding anniversary about cameras, but he still did. So it was very generous towards us. And here's his Instagram here as well somewhere. He was great. He was lovely to talk to. Lovely, lovely young man, and great photos. The last guy, we met a few others. We met Hashim from Pushing Film, who is always a really sensible photographer, understated and sensible, and a solid photographer. But this last guy we met was Mark. He's Filipino, and he dropped his wife off at the airport a few hours earlier. He had an X-T3, Fujifilm X-T3. And by that stage, the battery of my X-Pro1 had died. Anyway, we befriended Mark, and he one of the first things I asked is if I could borrow a battery, kind of tongue-in-cheek from him, which he said no, and like as he should have, because I'm a stranger from Queensland. But after a little while he said, "I'll borrow a battery." I was so touched, like this almost complete stranger lent me a battery for a camera. Like, who does that? That's how lovely our community is. And Mark, I mean, it was like we'd known Mark for a long time. Like, he pounded the pavement with us. When he saw a composition, he ran off and, took the photo. It was so wonderful. And, you meet some people and you think, I really connected with them. So it was really good. And he's a great photographer as well. So I'll link his Instagram somewhere here. Go and check him out. Go and give him some love, because he's a cool dude. Mark, thank you. You made that Saturday really great. We were cooked on Saturday night. We got home like 10 o'clock. We'd been walking almost non-stop for 12 hours, which is a lot of laps through Melbourne, and got some great shots. I think we got some great shots. I can see why people love street photography in Melbourne. There was so much activity. It's so diverse. And this sounds strange, but diverse even within the Australians. Like in Queensland, generally, everyone looks pretty the same. It's not a criticism, it's just an observation. Where in Melbourne, like the skips all look different. It's weird, but kind of nice as well. And then obviously you had the diverse nature of the population. Saturday was, it was epic. We just did so much. We saw this guy with ET in his BMX bike, and turned out his bike was like on the set of ET, and just like serendipitous things like that. And Saratoga just geeked out over BMXs, and this guy was really generous with his time talking to us about that. So Melbourne CBD turned it up, and it did not disappoint. It was so good. It was so lovely. And then again, we were just cooked on Saturday night, just tired beyond belief. Sunday was the last day, and still didn't disappoint, and we still were like ready to go at 1,000,000 miles an hour, which we did. We went to some markets. We went everywhere. Like even on the Saturday, went to the National Gallery of Victoria, which is beautiful. Went to Queen Victoria markets. Went everywhere in between. Got a land ferry, which is called a tram apparently. A land ferry. I had a mental blank. I couldn't think what trams were called. I kept on calling them land ferries. They're trams. Fun fact for you. Saturday we went to some of the suburbs, and we got a photo booth photo. I can't remember the place. Saw some inner city Melbourne. Went to Fitzroy, I think, and Brunswick, and just really diverse, different areas. Way different to what we have in Queensland, and it was really interesting. Just interesting places. Had a beautiful lunch, beautiful Italian lunch. Got more street photos, and it was fantastic. I was really impressed with all the cameras that I took. I felt really blessed to be able to share that with a really close friend, and just have that kindred energy and kindred understanding of what we wanted to do. And we both went 110% the whole weekend. It was exhausting. I was so exhausted. I met this kid at the airport on the way back who like told me he was like dropping acid. His eyeballs were like popping out of his head. It was so funny. I'm really happy with how the photos turned out. Saratoga's still getting his photos developed. He took most of his photos on film using the Konica recorder and the contacts. But we still had a great time. It was so lovely. It was so much fun. And to me, that's the essence. That's the essence of photography, and the community and the people that we meet, and the friends that become brothers and family. And we called our good friend Anthony Tony. He lives in New Jersey several times because he's a good mate, and including him in that. And he was celebrating our successes and things like that. That was just it was a real privilege and blessing to be able to include him in that as well. So would I go back to Melbourne? Absolutely. I'd probably take the same cameras again. had such an epic time. It was so wonderful. The weather was great. Everything was good. Even when it rained, it was still good because the rain only lasted for like a short period of time. So I definitely recommend it. I mean, if you got to the end of this video, thank you. This is probably going to be one of the longest videos I've done, and I've rambled a lot, and so thank you for staying with me. I'm about to go on holidays for my annual holiday up to the Sunshine Coast, Mooloolaba. I've got my bag packed behind me. I got a few little tricks in there that I'll probably make a video of, and I think you'll like it. So it's going to be fun. So I'm going to sign off, guys, and remember, every day can be an adventure when you have a camera in your hand.